Hey, this is John Fuentes, your local real estate agent. Quick breakdown on down payment, earnest money deposit, and closing costs. Disclaimer, this is general info, not financial or legal advice. First, the down payment is based on purchase price and your loan program. For example, on a $600,000 home FHA loan program with a 3.5% down, that's $21,000. Step 1 is to pick your loan type. FHA is often 3.5% with a minimum FICO around 580 for that down payment level. It tends to be more forgiving on credit and past issue, but you pay mortgage insurance. Conventional can be low as 3% down for some first-time buyer program, but it's more common at 5, 10, or 20% down, and typically wants stronger credit. Often 620 plus, but better rates usually come with a higher score. Quick comparison. FHA 580 plus FICO score generally, 3.5% down, more flexible, mortgage insurance required. Conventional often 620 plus FICO, 3 to 20% down. Stricter underwriter generally, but PMI, the private mortgage insurance, can drop off in some cases when you build equity. Second, earnest money deposit. Let's use an example. Say you're buying a $600,000 home with an FHA loan and putting a 3.5% down. Your total down payment would be about $21,000. But before we get to closing, once your offer is accepted, you typically deposit an earnest money deposit or EMD. Think of it as a good faith deposit that tells the seller, I'm serious about buying your home. That money doesn't go to the seller. It gets held by the escrow company, which acts as a neutral third party protecting both buyer and seller. Now, here's where many buyers get confused. The earnest money deposit is not just additional expense on top of your down payment. It's actually credited back to you at closing and applied towards your down payment and closing costs. So if your down payment is about $21,000, you already put down $10,000 earnest money deposit. You don't need another $21,000 at closing. You already contributed $10,000, meaning you only need the remaining $11,000 towards your down payment, plus any closing costs. The earnest money deposit is simply part of the total cash needed to close, not an extra fee. Third, closing costs, which are the expenses to make the loan happen. Every deal is different, but as a rough planning range, many buyers should expect closing costs to be about 2 to 5% of the purchase price. One bucket is lender fees. This can include a loan origination fee, which is basically what the lender charges to set up and process your loan. Sometimes it's a flat fee, sometimes a percentage. And then you might see discount point. Those are optional fees to lower your interest rate over time. Not everyone paid those. Another bucket is the third-party fee. These are services required to complete the transaction. The appraisal is one. It estimates the home value for the lender. Then there's the credit report fee. Title-related fees include title search. Title search checks for ownership issues and liens. Title insurance protect the lender and sometimes you against title problem and escrow. Escrow is a neutral third party that holds money and document and makes sure all the conditions are met before funds and deeds change hand. So when people say escrow fees, they might mean escrow company service fee plus related settlement costs depending on the state and who's providing the service. And then you also have prepaid. Prepaid items can also include homeowner insurance for the first year, prepaid interest from the day you close to the start of your first mortgage payment cycle, and sometimes an escrow cushion for taxes and insurance.